connecting to the real nerds is so easy. You can go to our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, @RealNerds. We also have Instagram. You can call us, 720-6nerds5. You want to email us? You can do that too, realnerds@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hey, Jimmy Valentine, that was a really great game-winning score you had there at the sporting event.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that. You can look for that card really soon at Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics. They got tons of sports memorabilia.
Jimmy Valentine, RKO Radio News. Jimmy, what makes Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics your favorite comic store in the Colorado area?
I'm telling you, forget about it. A comic collector like me, I can save 20% on a hold slot. Duh. Plus, it's hard for me. I'm on the road all the time. If I want the Amazing Spider-Man and I'm not around, it's in my hold slot.
Jimmy Valentine, what do you have to say about your recent allegations about steroid use?
I'm not going to answer that question, but I am going to tell you that if I want to get Magic the Gathering cards, I go to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics. The little square Jimmy Jr., he loves those. So go to 6700 Wadsworth Boulevard in Nevada, Colorado. They'll take really good care of you.
Hold on, Jimmy, one more question.
One more question,
Wait,
Jimmy.
no, don't go yet.
This is Zach Howard, and you're listening to the Real Nerds Podcast.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic-Con 2017 and beyond. I am Ryan. With me is
Brad.
And
Zach the dog whisperer.
he's not even paying attention.
Ready.
Your kid's distracting him and your dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do this in as a test.
And we also have
Your job is to keep them quiet.
and James is here as well.
Hey.
So, Brad, you have to be able to learn to do more than one thing at once.
Yeah.
And you too, Zach.
I'm almost 35. It's not happening.
If you don't, then it's just going to be a long night at Camp Blood for
If
you.
you don't, you're no good to me.
It was just like coincidence that as soon as we start, like they all gather around to me like I have like
Yeah.
He's like
the
their
cure
messiah.
for cancer.
Why would Lincoln care if you had the cure for cancer?
I have no idea, but some dogs.
Aren't you a writer? Be more creative.
Why would Kellen care if you had the cure for cancer?
James, write him a better line.
Like they like you.
Like they like me.
Two
That's
writers here.
impossible. Nobody
Garbage.
likes me.
This one has a degree in writing.
I know. Brad, write a funnier line for Zach.
My balls are huge. I don't know.
Wow. Wait.
Wait.
Kellen
That's
wants
a-
to come to you because his balls are huge? Fucking what the... No.
What's
I don't like the
Teen comedy. Shut up.
Cut! I'll be in my trailer.
This is terrible. I'm going to get you. Sorry.
Every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw Ghost in the Shell. In case you didn't know, they showed it twice in the credits at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
They did?
All right. Yeah. All right. Just make sure I was the only one who didn't.
Once
Not
in the
that way.
corner and then
Oh.
one in the logo form.
I have this thing when I see like a text prologue for a movie, like ahead of the film, I immediately know there's like going to be a problem.
Stay tuned to the.
It's like the most uncreative thing you can do to get exposition out there.
Hey,
when
there
I-
are really good movies that have that.
Me, sometimes when I see him, it just reminds me of like studio stuff, like interference.
Yeah.
They're like, there's no way people can get this unless someone tells them.
Yeah.
I would rather get a little block of text to just set things up than have like a super awkward scene where people are like, well, it's 1694 and the Crusades are happening. I don't know when the Crusades happen, but
In 1694.
I'm just saying, like, rather than having like that corny line of dialogue, I would rather have the little block of text.
And sometimes it works. Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yes. Sometimes it's overbearing.
Sometimes-
Star Wars.
Sometimes. You never know. Especially when it starts with war.
What is it good for?
Was that Attack of the Clones, I think, has...
No, it's Revenge
Yes.
of the Sith.
Is it Revenge of the Sith? Is that the first line?
Yeah,
in
when
the-
it goes, war.
Because they go right into the war. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw Ghost in the Shell. Stay tuned to the end of the show. We'll review it and spoil it. Play the trailer, and you'll get a sense of what the movie's about. Even though I don't think there's any dialogue in the trailer. Is there?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Is
I
it just,
remember
is it
being
just cool
visuals.
music?
It's
I
just
think
cool
the
music.
Kusei guy says a couple lines.
Yeah, maybe you're
Like,
right.
do you know who you are? Holy shit.
No, you're good. No,
Is
you
that
guys keep
right?
going.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys are good.
Brad.
Just keep going. I'm all right.
Relax.
I can't even see what's going on over there. It just looks like chaos and
I'm
Link is gonna knock over the
fine.
board
You guys
probably
just
with his
keep
tail,
Yeah.
No,
or like
he's not
switch it
gonna knock
off.
So we also talk about what movies we've been watching, what's coming out on Blu-ray, movie news, and a new segment I'm debuting right now that I'm calling the Trailer Park. Hey, what's going out to the movies? Listen to these new trailers. I'm just kidding. There's just lots of new trailers this week.
There are, yeah, some good ones too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some, and then there's also just some more.
No, I think there's 2 really good ones this week.
Yes, there's at least. I mean, there were like 6 trailers this week, but anyway, what do you want to start with, Ryan? That's a trick question. It's obvious.
Trailer Park. No, just kidding. Real news.
It's real news.
No, I mean, like, which trailer do you want to start with?
You know, there's this new one that came out. It's like a Nicholas Sparks movie. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, here's the new trailer for Spider-Man.
What's up, guys? So, to become an Avenger, are there like trials or an interview?
Do me a favor. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? Just stay close to the ground.
You're the Spider-Man from YouTube. Can you summon an army of spiders?
No, Ned, no.
Do you know him too?
I stole his shield.
Can I try the suit on? Badass.
The rich and the powerful, like Stark, they don't care about us. The world's changing, boys. Time we change too.
These weapons are crazy dangerous.
Listen, Peter, forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
The illegal weapons barrier was at 2:30. You missed it. No.
What if somebody had died?
I was just trying to be like you.
I wanted you to be better. I'm gonna need the suit back.
But I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
I screwed up.
You need to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I want you to understand. I'll do anything to protect my family. I know you know what I'm talking about. So don't mess with me. Because I will kill you and everybody you love.
My friends are up there!
The guy is still out there. I've just got to do this on my own.
Just don't do anything stupid.
I got this.
All right?
Yeah.
A lot more action in this
It
one.
is. It's
the Shocker's in that trailer.
He is.
He's not in his
costume.
He's not in his costume yet, but it's in like half the costume because half the costume is really just like a weird like sort of yellowy and brown sweatshirt.
Yeah, so I mean, they released a trailer. They released a bunch of news about the movie.
Yeah,
and there's an interview with Michael Keaton. I read. I'm like, oh, he's gonna start talking about it because they kind of started lifting the curtain behind it.
Yeah,
and I think it's way cooler than I originally thought. They're gonna show him in his first costume that they showed a little bit in Civil War is like kind of a flashback.
Yeah,
but the fact that Tony Stark takes his costume away, is awesome. That he has to earn it back.
Yeah, like they're starting. It's cool that we've got the origin story so many times that of course none of us wanted them to do the origin story, but in this case they're actually going for a really like mature and advanced story for Spider. Like it's not just like, hey, he's got to, and this time he's got to fight a guy with some wings. Like no, like there's a cool Peter Parker story here. It seems like.
Yeah, and Iron Man has that great line where he says, Spider-Man says something like, "You can't take the costume away from me. I'm nothing without it." And he says, "If you're nothing without the costume, then you don't deserve it." I'm like, oh shit,
so good,
because he, Tony's telling him, it's like, quit trying to get in over your head. You're going to get in over your head, which is a great play on great power, great responsibility.
Yeah,
but
right.
Spidey's always going to try to save the day.
And it's also interesting because it's also a reflection of like this long story with Tony Stark that we've had, you know, and the things that he has learned over the 17 films that we've watched with him in it.
And I love
that's
reading
cool.
too that the Vulture gets his name not because he looks like an old man with vulture wings.
Yeah.
Is because he's picking parts from the destruction of New York and stuff, and he gets the nickname because of who he is.
Scavenger, yeah.
Yeah, and then I love his like bomber jacket that has like the ruffled feathers.
The design of the Vulture looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
And too, they kind of make him scary.
Yeah.
Like Michael Keaton's kind of scary in the movie.
They steal that shot from Batman Begins where they're like looking up at him and his wings go all flappy as he lands, and I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the trailer's pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of don't want to see anything else about the movie.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't want them to reveal anything else in any of the
I don't
trailers.
think they will. You know, a lot of people have been saying to you, well, no, the whole story. To me, it kind of seems like it's focusing on one element of the story.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's still going to be a little more with the high school stuff because they really didn't get into that.
Yeah.
This one was more of, hey, the Vulture's in this and he's cool.
Yeah.
And Iron Man's in it. Remember, you love Iron Man from the Avengers?
Right. Yeah, it's really a lot of them just making sure that you understand, okay, yes, we're rebooting this again, but this time it's with those movies you like. It's okay, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, get on board.
Well, wasn't the first trailer more high school centric anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're kind of playing both angles. I mean, obviously, we still haven't seen the Shocker in costume besides set photos.
Yeah.
So we know there's going to be another rumble with that.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
It should be sweet. And there's a couple shots in the trailer that gets me pretty excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for Spider-Man. It's
pretty good.
I just got that. There's a couple of shocks.
It
took me a second.
There you go. I could write a Shocker comic.
Most people with a thesaurus could. There's also like people in the wake of this have been talking about Venom again because Sony keeps talking about it, and this week sort of said that like, oh yeah, it's going to be like a rated R horror movie. What it's going to be is not real, and it's never going to get made. But I don't believe at all they're going to make a rated R horror movie.
It's weird. It's almost like Sony says, well, yeah, you can have Spider-Man, but look what we can do with all his other characters.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Flush him down the toilet.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I heard they were doing a Black Cat spinoff, I was just like, but
why?
He's a good. That's a good foil for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, you can do the Black Cat one if you're making it like a heist movie where I don't know what she's going to steal, but it is hard to
a diamond.
I mean, it's almost like if you're going to have a Black Cat movie, that's like a Vicky Vale movie for Batman. You're like,
yeah, yes,
I guess. I mean, I guess you can exist without Batman.
Well,
but...
it's almost like a Catwoman movie.
Yeah,
and that went so well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about Vicky Vale's career
as a
photographing as
Vicky
a photographer.
Vale, ace reporter.
Yeah. We also got a new trailer for The Mummy.
Yeah. Here's with Tom Cruise, and this is what it sounds like.
Get down! Go, go, go! Oh, man, we're gonna die!
What the hell?
Whatever's in there has been safely hidden for 2,000 years. This isn't a tomb. It's a prison. Nick! The hieroglyph said she was named Amenet, chosen to be Egypt's next queen. But her thirst for power led her down a darker path, one that had to be stopped.
Because of your actions, this ancient power has returned. You are alive because you were chosen.
Chosen? By what?
Evil. The ultimate evil.
Legend has it she's a being of unimaginable powers. Now she's using you to regain them.
Oh my God.
She will not stop until she has made our world into her own.
Just stay with me.
I'm scared.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Don't leave me.
You can't run. You can't escape. She's got plans for you.
I actually thought the trailer was pretty sweet.
It's so weird. My opinion of this movie is so bizarre because I watch it and I'm like, hey, these are awesome action sequences. This is so not a Mummy movie that I want to see, though.
To me, it
it's
seems
so
like they're
bizarre.
They're kind of blending a Tom Cruise huge action movie with some shots from the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie. Because you have the part where the mummy's head appears in sand and...
Right, yeah, they totally steal the sand mummy head thing.
Mm-hmm. But
it's so weird.
I think it's an interesting concept of Tom Cruise dying and he's coming back.
Yes.
Because, I don't know what's going on. I think the set pieces look great, though.
I don't know, man.
Well, if it's going to be a series where he becomes this, supernatural hero who, runs around fighting monsters all the time, yeah, all right, But... it's so bizarre.
Laundry.
Laundry.
The whole trailer is just it feels messy.
Put it in the dryer.
But hopefully it'll be great.
No, I think it looks pretty fun. I still I don't.
Take the dryer.
Again, I don't know the tone they're trying to accomplish.
Sorry, I can hear Zach talking to Kellen.
He's really talkative to me today.
He is, yeah. Anyway,
but The Mummy.
Yeah, The Mummy
Looks good.
Sure.
Looks like fun.
And then the most watched trailer of all time.
In 24 hours.
Yes. Yeah. It happened. The trailer for It came out, and then it was in my trailer or in my movie as well.
Can we just start talking about it?
I don't know. Do you want to play it?
Sure.
Okay.
There you go. She's all ready, Captain.
Thanks, Billy. Derry's not like any town I've ever been in before. People die or disappear 6 times the national average. And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse. Way worse. We all float down here.
I saw something. There was this...
A clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
Look. It's all connected by the sewers. That's where it lives. What happened? Bill?
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
Is it just me, or does that clown not look as scary as it did the first time?
I think the TV movie is actually garbage. So
yeah, I think I never found the the images of Tim Curry in that mask, I'm like, why is Tim Curry wearing a shitty looking clown mask?
But it's technically creepier.
I don't know.
I think it looks pretty good.
I think
It's
so,
so
too.
bizarre because I don't usually like horror movies, but I watched this trailer and I was like, this seems interesting. And it's probably it's 100% like, because it starts and I go, oh, Stranger Things. Which is like the snake eating its own tail, you know?
I mean, I get it too, but I'm not a big fan of the book. My wife actually asked me when she watched the trailer if she should read the book, and I said, well, I mean, if you want to read 40 pages about what a town looks like, then I mean, go ahead.
Welcome to Stephen King.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen King's very long novels.
Yeah.
Even something like
The Stand.
The Stand. Thank you. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah. I still never finished it, even though I think it's really well written. It goes so slowly.
I don't like the book, but I really love the adaptation they did for the TV miniseries.
I haven't seen that yet. It's great.
It's actually really good. It's with Gary Sinise and Bill Faberbaker and stuff like that. It's actually really good. I watched it like a couple of years ago, and I was just totally into it.
I only started reading it because of Lost, and then got a third of the way in and was like, and I just fell off like I do with so many books.
Well, it's weird. Like, and I don't hate the book, but okay, I don't care for the book. I don't hate the book.
Yeah,
book's very well written, but it, like you said, it goes on and on. Where the miniseries just kind of takes out all the parts that are just lagging.
Well, that's the problem with most Stephen King's. Like I do like Stephen King as a writer. Everyone has a favorite, and mine's Cycle of the Werewolf, and everyone
really
Cycle of the Werewolf. I like because it's a novella, so it's really short.
Oh yeah,
and it has pretty cool art in it.
Sure.
And it's a cool like werewolf mystery.
Yeah.
And when he's concise with his story and focuses on it, it's pretty. He's a good writer.
Yeah.
But when he just like it, where he just rambles and rambles and rambles, and like, come on, I just want to see the clown kill somebody. I don't care about this stuff.
I get it. It's a dark gutter. There's a lot of darkness in the gutter. Somebody crawl into the gutter and get eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess they're actually shooting the second one already.
They're making a sequel already?
Because I guess that was the plan originally. Because the books, I mean, 1,000.
So there's no giant spiders in this one.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Because I'm guessing the first part is the kids, and then the second part will be as them as adults.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but again, people talk with great love of the TV version.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's garbage.
I immediately texted Shauna as soon as the trailer was out and was like, have you watched it yet? And she was like, no, I have to like go home and like prepare myself, because there are people who really adore it.
Oh yeah, no, there are, and I'm just not one of them.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of 90s TV horror.
Yeah,
I mean, even horror films in that time sometimes are pretty like tame.
Yeah,
and that's why I think I love the blockbuster direct-to-video ones, is because they might be a little more cheesy in the script department, but they're way more creative in the creatures and
the
visuals, and not watered down studio stuff in the 90s.
I will at least say that like I think the movie looks really beautiful.
Oh yeah, no,
and it's pretty.
It looks
creepy
like it's
at
pretty
times.
expensive.
Like that shot of that shot at the end of the kid saying like, "You can float too." I'm like, "Fuck you! You can float, kid. You stay over there floating.
Yeah,
I'm over here."
I think they do a good job of the creepy clown at the end where he's like, rah, 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 and he like starts trudging in the water.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Man,
so,
it's an it.
I'm gonna end up seeing this stupid thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll see it. It looks good.
It looks good.
It does.
That's the first of many jokes to come.
Mm-hmm.
None of them funny. Anyway, any other trailers from this week you care about talking about? There's sort of a new Pirates of the Caribbean trailer where you see Will Turner, which is very disappointing because he's got like barnacles and shit on his face, and I'm like, what?
You have heard what people have been saying about it, right?
No. Well, that it's actually really good.
It's really good.
Yes, but
the people at CinemaCon have seen it, and they were shocked.
Yeah.
They said it's fun.
My expectation is that it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking forward to it for a while, but I don't like that they like. I want Will Turner to show back up, but I like the end of 3. So I don't want him to be like cursed. Cursed in any way, right? Because at the end of 3, when he becomes Davy Jones, spoilers for a movie that came out 10 years ago or whatever,
Exactly 10 years ago this year.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for me. Look at how smart I am.
Brad shaking his head.
But like
2006. That's why it's in the film Explosion.
Oh snap!
No, that was Dead Man's Chest at World's End.
Yeah, Davy Jones.
No, but he doesn't become Davy Jones until the end of the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, like
at the end of
normal Davy Jones.
Will Turner becomes Davy Jones. Well, becomes the guy in charge of. He doesn't become Davy Jones. He becomes the guy in charge of the of that ship.
Right.
Whatever.
So
it's
here's
called.
to you shaking your head at me.
Anyway,
I heard Davy Jones.
Either way, yeah. So at the end, like it's kind of this really romantic ending where like he makes his sacrifice and has to be the captain of the ship, and then doesn't come back for 10 years, and you get the stinger, and I really like it. But I like the hope that he comes back and is still handsome Will Turner. I don't want him to be all barnacle-y.
Well, you know what?
I guess
so. You're all vanity. Maybe he's still the same person on the inside.
But he looks sad. He looks like he's sad about the barnacles.
I'd be sad about barnacles on my face.
I know, me too. Anyway, but whatever. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people have said it's really good, and then people said Transformers sucks.
I mean, surprise. Everybody says Transformers sucks. But here's the thing about Transformers movies. They've got cars, and they turn into robots, and then those robots fight.
Yeah, and it's horrible
Awesome.
movies.
Oh, no, they're terrible movies, but it's awesome.
That trailer in front of Ghost in the Shell didn't really inspire any confidence in me. And I love Michael Bay hanging out with Mark Wahlberg. But
those there's a giant planet, and then the sound goes, wah!
I don't care.
Okay. I'm going to see it. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Who would you love to make a Batgirl movie?
Brad Haig.
Thank you.
Good
I
job.
would do
Nicely
that.
done. Well, in the news this week, it turned out Brad Haig making a Batgirl movie.
Yep. I want to surprise you guys, but clearly James jumped the gun.
Sorry.
The contracts aren't final yet, but
he's writing and directing it. If
Yep.
anyone understands Batgirl, it's
I
our
might
friend Brad.
act in it too. We'll see.
They'll probably need a new Batman
trying to
by
one
then.
up Ben Affleck.
So no, the real news though is that Joss Whedon's making it.
Yeah.
Well,
in talks.
Yeah. If they're smart, they'll do this. They should have hired him to do Wonder Woman fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But
no, it's pretty cool. If they do one of the stories I think that would work really well with it is in the New 52 there's a 4 or 5 part story called Wanted, and it's dealt with Barbara Gordon actually killing her brother to save her dad's life as Batgirl.
Oh,
so
cool.
Jim Gordon goes hunting for Batgirl because she killed his son,
yeah.
not realizing that Barbara Gordon's Batgirl.
Yeah.
And so it's this really cool, detective story that just focuses on those two and their relationship.
Oh, cool.
So you wouldn't have to, so you could have J.K. Simmons come in, and you wouldn't have to mingle with Batman villains or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this gonna be tied in with all the shit that's happening?
I don't know why it wouldn't be.
I mean, I guess you have to, but then it's got to be Batfleck Batman.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, they have a great ventriloquist one where it's not a gangster ventriloquist; it's this lady who kills her family.
Oh snap!
And uses her brother as the likeness for the dummy.
Oh,
and
what?
so when Batgirl goes investigate, the family's all rotting and dead. It's pretty dark, but it's really cool.
I don't think they can do that.
Why not?
That's cool though.
Yeah, I mean, so hopefully they'll do something fun.
Yeah.
Because I guess they're doing the New 52. They're not doing the latest Batgirl of Burnside, which is a fun one too.
If they don't get him, they are fucking up.
I agree.
I just don't. I don't know why you wouldn't. Just give that guy a movie and let him do whatever he wants.
It does seem interesting that they would leak that information without it being pretty close.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because especially in the comic book community,
yeah.
That's a guy you don't fuck around with.
So I'm excited. I mean, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Have Joss Whedon do Batgirl.
There was also news this week that Aaron Sorkin has been in talking. Well, or he's going to have a meeting with them as well as with Marvel, which is just ironic. But I don't care who honestly, yeah, let that guy write either of them. I don't care.
Iron Man, walk with me.
No, I was gonna say, what if it's just Batman, slowly walking towards the cave?
No, it needs to be Iron Man and Captain America walking through Avengers Tower, like talking about their philosophical differences.
I disagree with you.
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh, man.
But it's around the launch of the new Avengers team, so you just see a bunch of other people, and they're behind the scenes.
And they like pop in and make a little quippy note, and then they leave.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Maybe we should write the Aaron Sorkin Marvel movie. You know, it's interesting. I always like when Powerball gets to like 400 million.
Yeah.
If I won Powerball, because you know how pissed I was at Friday the 13th got canned, I would offer $25 million to make Friday the 13th. I'd say, I have a director. My friend Brad will be directing this film. Here's $25 million.
Yeah.
I think they would let me do it.
You think?
If he put up $25 million, that's probably the cost of the budget of the movie.
They probably would accept it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I'd say,
They're like, really?
And then I just get points at the end.
Yeah.
All I want
negative pickup.
And your name.
Yeah.
Executive Dickhole.
That'd be
Ryan
sweet.
Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the big Hollywood premiere, and that credit comes up. You're like, what the fuck?
No, I'd be like, yes. That's how I'll break into Hollywood. I'll just buy my way in.
Seems like maybe Sylvester Stallone's not going to be in any more Expendables movies.
Okay.
I don't really want any more Expendables movies.
Yeah.
I wasn't even excited about Expendables.
No.
So, yeah.
Expendables.
Well, I mean,
It's the worst title.
I am disappointed that I won't get to see the new generation of Expendables that they introduced in Expendables 3.
Fair.
The worst part of Expendables 3. Like, can I just watch Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone like beat people up?
I don't want to see Bruce Willis in it.
Yeah, you can't see Bruce Willis in that because he was greedy and lazy.
Oh yeah, no, it's
right.
No, did you read the story too? So there's this rumor going around that The Rock and Vin Diesel had this disagreement so they could wrestle at WrestleMania.
Oh hell yeah!
And now there's this huge story on Hollywood Reporter how they're keeping them separate because The Rock wants to like murder him. Because the story is he would constantly show up late to the set, Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
And The Rock was like at the last day when he posted that on Instagram about how unprofessional his male co-stars are. That he's talking about Vin Diesel constantly late and never showing up, and everyone else shows up on time, and everybody waits for Vin Diesel.
Wait, so was it for WrestleMania or no?
It's real.
It's super real.
Yeah, because they at CinemaCon, The Rock was promoting Baywatch.
Yeah,
and they're showing The Fate and the Furious there too, and Vin Diesel in there, and The Rock didn't go to it. So they're purposely keeping them separate, except for their contractually obligated appearances they have to do together.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting story. You can read it on the Hollywood Reporter.
Does that mean, if that means that The Rock isn't going to be in future Fast and Furious movies, I think I want Dominic Toretto to die.
Yeah, well, I want him to die anyways.
Well,
the character, not the real actor.
Yeah, nobody wants Vin Diesel to die.
But it's
because then we wouldn't get more Triple X movies. Oh shit!
No, just kidding. No, but the problem with
he wouldn't be driving fast enough because he's always late.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean.
Plus, I don't think he's tall enough for his feet to reach the pedals.
Yep. So, I mean, it's all true. And you're really, like Vin Diesel, you really think you're that big of a deal? You can show up late constantly? Even people that are a big deal, like Tom Cruise, doesn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, the money kind of tells him he's a big deal, but he's not.
But, I mean, would you be sad if he wasn't in any more Fast and Furious movies?
No,
Do you think he's the glue that holds those together?
Yes.
Because he kind of has to say family.
Yeah, unfortunately, if he's not in them, I don't think they do as well overseas, which is the market they're made for.
You don't think The Rock is a bigger draw than Vin Diesel? I think so.
I think he is in the... Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe they're on the same level.
Overseas, like, fucking Triple X made a lot of money overseas. And that movie was stupid as hell. And he was the only name in it. Well, and Ice Cube.
Yeah, isn't Sam Jackson in it too?
Spoilers for Triple X 3, The Return of Xander Cage, for a minute and a half.
I mean, I know he is because he was talking about it on Jimmy Kimmel or something.
No, he is. He's literally in the first 45 seconds of the movie.
Oh, hell no. It's made $300 million worldwide.
Yeah.
So, I mean, foreign, 44 domestic.
Yeah. Just saying. Somehow Vin Diesel makes movies that make a lot of money. Partially it's because of the way that they're marketed and stuff like that, but...
Let's see. But I mean, if you take out his Fast and Furious movies, his movies are shit.
Oh yeah, no.
Besides The Pacifier.
He can only make sequels to stuff he already did. Like he can't successfully make good. I mean, how much money did Find Me Guilty make?
I don't know. Well, that and so stuff like The Last Witch Hunter, production budget $90 million, domestic $27 million.
Yep.
I'm just looking.
No, he's not good. I mean,
I think it's garbage that they include Guardians of the Galaxy into his grossing movies.
Well,
because
I mean,
all he says is "I am Groot."
But he says it with different inflections.
Mm-hmm.
If it were Nolan North, we would all love him.
No, he's awful. I cheer when he gets shot in Saving Private Ryan. She looks like my niece, sir.
Wow, that's just terrible. Oh, that's just terrible.
I'm just saying, I'm not a fan.
2 years later, Ryan meets Steven Spielberg. Dude, I love that you killed Vin Diesel right off the bat.
That I don't have to put up with him.
Jordan Peele might be making an Akira movie, which just seems like one of those things where they go like, "Hey, you made a lot of money. Here, have this thing we can't figure out."
They're courting him. There's no confirmation.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
I said might.
Yeah.
But it's such a weird thing because you're like, I mean,
yeah. Keep in mind, he made a really good horror movie called Get Out, which y'all should go see.
No, he did. Akira's a very different thing. That movie, man. I don't think people should adapt animes into movies. I'm just kidding.
As if though we have something to talk about today.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's news unless there's anything I forgot.
Nope, I think that's it.
Cool.
Oh, the Arvada, Landmark Arvada, Old Town Arvada is closing.
That's right, it's closing.
The Old Town Arvada?
And reopening like a week later.
Yeah, as under a different name.
Yeah, we went
becoming
there
a
a few
Harkins
times.
Theater instead of Landmark.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. But there's like a big, like my Facebook feed was all these articles. Like,
who's Harkins?
The Northfield.
There's another movie theater.
Oh, okay.
It's another chain.
Yeah.
Like a Cinemark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
AMC.
Yeah.
Like that.
They might even be Cinemark.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Yeah, we saw Zero Dark 30 there
Yeah.
some years ago.
Yep.
If you go back to that episode. So,
but a bunch of people posted like the Denver Post article, like all
Yeah.
bummed, like, "Oh, I grew up at that theater, and I remember we used to go there like
Yeah.
after Game Crazy to watch movies."
I saw the first Mission Impossible there.
oh, cool.
Yeah, but I think it's silly if you just read the article. It says like, "No, it's staying open. It's just
Yeah.
changing hands." So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's closing for like a week and a half, so they're going to come in,
Probably
make it
remodel
all
it.
Harkins, and then reopen it.
Yeah.
I'd say because you have so many screens there, it's too valuable to just like, I knew someone would snap it up if someone didn't want it.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Hey, Brad, is anything happening around town?
Not a lot. This week's Midnight at the Esquire is The Warriors. So
Sorry, I had to.
they've done that one before. So
Yeah,
Ryan, can you come out and
do
play?
another quote from that movie.
No one can.
Yep. I was going to say, I don't know one.
Yep.
It's been so long since I've seen it, I
Yeah.
couldn't even tell you.
Oh, no, I know the other quote. Come out and play.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
And yeah,
Is that it?
that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, we see movies at Alamo. Here's what's playing at Alamo this week.
Sweet.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Kevin Smith.
Hi, I'm Leonard Maltin.
Hi, I'm Mark Hamill.
Hi, I'm Elijah Wood.
This is Seth Rogen.
I'm Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
I'm Ron Starr.
Welcome to the Alamo Draft Time.
The Jurassic Park movie party is happening on the 10th. The Denver's Actors Fund is presenting Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. VHS Insanity is Thing on the 12th. Not The Thing, so just make sure you keep that in mind.
No, it's completely different. They played a Video Vortex trailer in front of Ghost in the Shell for it. It's insane.
Oh, it looks so amazing.
Rashomon is on the 11th.
Oh.
And on the 7th, Your Name, which is like one of the highest-grossing movies worldwide, and I didn't even know what it was until I thought it was like a mistake on Box Office Mojo. I'm like, they forget to put in the movie name, and it's like some anime from Japan.
Yeah,
Oh.
Your Name period or something.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's what's playing at the Alamo this week.
Cool.
So I have a dilemma, and I want you guys' input on this. So the little guy saw a trailer for Kong, and he wants me to go take him to it. Now, keep in mind, he's already watched and loved all the Jurassic Parks. Do you think he could sit through Kong? And am I a bad parent for taking him to that kind of movie?
I'd say Kong has less scarier imagery than Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I would agree.
Those Velociraptor scenes are. I remember being 12 and being kind of like.
I think the only thing, only thing that's iffy might be the Skullcrawler sequence in the dust. But.
Yeah,
I'm not like worried.
I think the skull crawlers themselves are designed in a scarier way. Like the dinosaurs just are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they might be more like the things that nightmares are made of. Whereas like dinosaurs are, Plus he plays with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Of course,
he loves Jurassic Park, so I mean it's not.
You also in Jurassic Park you see dudes get eaten or eaten by dinosaurs. Whereas in Kong, I don't know that you do. I mean, you see people get like. I don't know.
I don't think you run
it's always so
I don't
fast.
think you run the risk of like traumatizing him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
you've damage done. He's already been ruined. So like,
didn't you say you showed him Predator at one point? Or?
No,
I thought you said that at one episode. I'm like, you can stand that.
he showed him Eyes Wide Shut, but it's
that's way different. No, I don't. I used to watch like horror movies when he was too young to pay attention, but look at him now. He's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Now he can look at screens and process. And I forget what movie I was watching where I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't be watching this with him.
Was it The Gate last week? Or?
Well, that was one of them. But I forgot that The Gate. I mean, The Gate is PG-13.
Yeah.
And it's not like that bad because it's claymation monsters.
Oh, okay.
But man, I can't remember what movie. It wasn't even a scary movie, but it had some scary elements in it. And
I wish we were a video podcast. Like, it sounds like Ryan is holding his shit together, but he's totally not. Like,
that's how you do two things at once: train your dog and talk on a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think so either. Because my brother Steve texted me and he asked if he should see Kong, and I said, yeah. And your son Parker, he's 9. I'm like, Parker will really like it.
Yeah, I think
it's like, is it appropriate for Parker? I mean, all Kong does is really fight monsters in it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there's some scary bits. If he has seen similar monstery movies, like big monster movies, and isn't afraid of them, I think it's fine.
Yeah, because that's what just got me thinking about it. Because Kellen keeps on saying, "I want to see the monkey movie. I want to see the monkey movie."
Yeah,
and he's talking about Kong. And I'm like, I think he can sit through that. And I think there's enough action in it constantly where he won't get bored.
Yeah,
I mean, he sat through Beauty and the Beast, so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if he's not afraid of the Beast, he probably won't be afraid of Kong.
That's pretty fair. Yeah, actually,
you're probably right. Yeah,
yeah, right. So anyway,
he's not afraid of people
I know.
that are talking candles.
Just my brother had me thinking out loud. I'm like, maybe because he asked me about his 9-year-old kid. I'm like,
right?
Is Kong too? No, I couldn't think in my mind Kong was bad, but sometimes I'm like, whatever. I let my kid watch whatever he wants.
Yeah, like
it's rated PG-13. There's a reason they do that, Ryan.
The helicopter sequence I think is maybe the scariest part, or like you said, like the
skull crawlers and the
skull
dust.
crawler and the dust stuff. Yeah.
So
just only because like the amount of people that are getting wasted in that.
I think there's a 9 o'clock showing tomorrow morning. I might take him to it.
Yeah. I think you're probably all right. Cool.
I think so.
DVDs?
Yeah.
DVD releases and Blu-rays. Star Wars Rogue One is coming out this Tuesday.
Where are you guys getting it at?
I've got the Steelbook at Best Buy pre-ordered. So
what's on the Steelbook?
It's another. It's the villains again. They must have a thing going, but it's the Death Troopers on the front side, and then the back side are just regular Stormtroopers, and they're all walking through the water of the finale planet. And then the inside is the heroes, like that stand was at the theater, that standee.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I gotcha.
I think I'm going to get the Target one just because it focuses on Jyn. I mean, I guess there's character cards. Like, I got the Star Trek one there, and it's pretty cool.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the regular box art for just the standard release.
I find it interesting that I'm not super excited to watch it again.
Oh, I am.
I'm like, yeah.
I think it's a good movie.
No, I think it's good. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, Office Christmas Party Unrated is getting its Blu-ray release this week. So if you,
what do they leave out?
I found out one of the business guys in Idaho Springs. He does a lot of extra work because he used to be an MMA fighter.
Oh yeah,
and he's in the scene with where Jennifer Aniston. They go to the bar and they start beating people up.
Were you jealous of him for his proximity to Jennifer Aniston?
Well, he said he didn't work with her, so I'm guessing he was like shot in like second unit.
Yeah, yeah. We need some reaction shots in a bar.
Yep.
He fought her stunt double.
That indie movie with Adam Driver, Patterson, is out this week, where he's like a writer in a town called Patterson, I think, or something. I don't know.
He's a bus driver in Patterson.
That's what
Patterson.
it was. Yeah, right.
The Jim Jarmusch movie.
Yes. I don't know. It actually looked kind of interesting. I think I might check it out. Dolph Lundgren's Don't Kill It.
Kill what?
I don't know, man.
That's the mystery.
Bring on more demon-killing mayhem is the pull quote on the front of the box. So I guess it's a movie where Dolph Lundgren kills demons. Wait a second. Okay, he's got a gun over his shoulder, but does it have like a... What is this? Is it like a square... Brad, what am I looking at? What is this?
An umbrella?
Is it...
Oh, no. What is that?
What the hell is that? It's
like a shotgun that fires that net thing over people.
Maybe it looks like the barrel of the shotgun is square or triangular. It's so weird. Go look up the poster for Don't Kill It. It's pretty obvious that they took a picture of Liam Neeson and photoshopped Dolph Lundgren's face on it.
Bring on more demon killing mayhem.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Good for Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Warner Brothers Archive is releasing Ride the High Country this week, which is some old Western kind of movie. Little Nikita with Sidney Poitier and River Phoenix, which I've never heard of. Anybody ever seen?
What?
Little Nikita. It's got River Phoenix in it and Sidney Poitier.
Isn't he dead?
Sidney Poitier?
No.
River Phoenix.
I know Sidney.
Yeah, actually.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it actually kind of looks cool. But here's, as far as best title of the week, Invasion of the B-Girls. This is probably some old 70s movie where a lot of women wear not a lot of clothes. Oh. Zach, you have to just turn your mic off. It's not going to get better than that, man.
Yeah.
That was really good.
They'll love the very life out of your body.
Ordinary.
Hell yeah.
Ordinary housewives turn into ravishing creatures. Yeah, and there's like honeycomb patterns in the background. It literally mean bees. But then all these women are just wearing swimsuits, and then they're fucking fighting. Look at this lady down here fighting this dude. She's like, "You will treat me with respect." Yeah.
She stung him with her hand.
Oh, and these swimsuits are like they're black stripy, like they're bees.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway,
I like how old movies actually put the quotes, like English lit, around a movie title on the poster.
Invasion of the B-Girls.
Nowadays, it kind of seems like sarcastic. Yeah, Invasion of the B-Girls.
Oh, this is actually a Scream Factory release. Holy shit.
Oh.
I didn't even realize.
Which one is that?
Invasion of the B-Girls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, I remember towards the end of the year, they had the catalog of like a ton of movies. They used to put them out on DVD. And they said, "Hey, which movies do you want to see on Blu-ray?" And I guess the response was so big that they just put them all out. So there's some like really weird ones coming out, like The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
What is she doing with that turbine?
Really, The Brain That Wouldn't Die?
That's a MST3K movie.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
What's funny is that when the credits roll at the end, it says the title of the movie is The Head That Wouldn't Die, which is a more accurate title.
Yep.
Is he tied to a trash can or the limo?
No, I think she's got him tied to like a bed. But yes, the way they put the two pictures together, this looks like a trash can. Then also, this guy's whole top of his body is cut off by the like log this woman is sitting on.
Yeah, what's she doing to that turbine?
I don't know.
Turbine?
She really likes this weird airplane turbine. And then this woman over here is being attacked. This is weird. Anyway,
There's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah, but not a lot of clothes. So Ryan will probably
buy it.
It's perfect timing. Psycho Circus is a playful movie.
3 Rings of Terror.
Is that where Norman Bates goes to the circus?
It's Brotherhood of Satan, Torture Garden, and The Creeping Flesh. I think it's a triple feature. Like
I love the name, Creeping Flesh.
Yeah, I think it's 3 horror movies that take place at a circus. The 3 Rings of Terror. Yeah, because they're directed by different people. So, Mr. Deeds Goes to Town is getting a Blu-ray release.
I already got that one.
Cool. Wait.
Yeah, it's
actual Mr. Deeds Goes to Town and not Mr. Deeds.
This is a re-release because they had like an anniversary edition.
Yeah, I got the anniversary one.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Sally Field and Tom Hanks in Punchline gets a DVD release this week.
Punchline.
Or Blu-ray
Soap
release.
Dish. Anybody want that on Blu-ray besides me?
They should do it as a double feature.
They should put it a Shout Select. That sounds like a Shout Select movie.
Yeah.
The complete collection of Diagnosis Murder, 178 episodes.
Nice.
Of Dick Van Dyke Pleasure.
I think
Wait, on Blu-ray?
Yeah, on Blu-ray.
That's new.
I think that's the same number of episodes in the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I might have to
You
buy
think?
that.
Oh, wow.
How much is it?
Oh.
Click on it. It's probably like $200.
I closed the window.
You
2 seconds.
asshole.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. $110.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
For 178 hour-long episodes.
8 seasons.
Yeah, 27 discs. That's a lot of plastic.
That is.
Man.
You know what? I'm going to buy it just in spite of my wife. Like, look at all this plastic.
Yeah. And then you got to sit down and watch all this bad medical stuff.
It's actually
with
pretty
me.
highly regarded as like a fun show.
I mean because the
Oh, yeah, Laura
medicine
won't like it.
the medicine in any TV show is never good.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so she's gonna watch it and be like, "No, that would never happen. That would never." Well, yeah, I know. There's not that much drama.
You know, I don't say that when I watch Cops on TV, like not the show, but you know, in a movie where
Yeah.
they do stupid things.
You
Like,
will.
I'm not like that's not procedure.
I thought of it last week when what did we see last week?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Yes, there's that scene where the one cop, they find a dead body in the ocean, and then they've got it in the boat,
Oh,
and
yeah.
one cop shows up and is like, "I'm gonna go look into this dead body y'all got," and he's like, "Oh, just hang on to my boat. I'm gonna go home. Here's
There's
the keys.
beer in the fridge."
There's beer in the fridge," and the one cop
Yeah,
goes down there
technically, you
without
would
any
just
backup.
Keep the scene secure until
yeah.
like detectives and stuff show up.
Sure.
Not some random like street cop like. Wait, I'm gonna see what's
Yeah,
going on down here.
that scene happened, and I was like, "I'm sure this is not the way cops behave."
Yeah, but see, I
Where's
can
Ryan
look
when
past
he-
it because the movie's already stupid. So
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's still Power Rangers. 3, which is a Johnny Toe movie. He's some director. I don't know.
You reviewed one of his films, Drug War?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. So this is the guy
Yeah,
from the guy
he-
who made Drug War.
That's all right.
Cool. And then there weren't a whole lot of horror movies this week, but the scariest one for sure is Lady Gaga, the media collection. So if you want a whole lot of Lady Gaga media or something,
Hey, James, don't blame her for stuff. She was born that way.
it's literally just interviews and press conferences
That
and
was a
TV
Lady
appear-
Gaga joke.
Like, who wants a Blu-ray of just Lady Gaga interviews and TV appearances?
If they did a Rod Stewart one, I'd probably get it.
Well, yeah, but you're insane.
Yep.
Anyway,
Sounds like a bad romance between my wallet and myself.
I already said born this way. No one even paid attention to me.
know.
yeah, but his was funny.
No, if you weren't so self-involved with your sound of your own voice.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read.
Yeah, not very well.
It's hard. It's hard to read.
His
man.
inner monologue is just like, listen to my voice.
I'm reading a cool book. I got this book. It's called Slash of the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy went through and researched Freddy versus Jason, and he has all 10 like scripts that were discarded, and he has interviews with the screenwriters. It's actually pretty interesting.
I was ones by J. J. Scow.
Whatever.
Like with the Fred heads.
Oh, I'm sure it's in there.
I was hoping it was a book about how to edit Clash of the Titans.
No, sorry. That's pretty interesting.
Put James Mason in everything.
I just think like if you know the troubled history of good old Freddy versus Jason, it's pretty interesting in how they couldn't get it together. I was reading they spent something like $10 million developing scripts.
I can imagine. The premise is Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, but you know
it's not easy to write that movie.
But the ironic part is the one that they decided to go through with is they didn't change any mythologies. Like,
Yeah.
we'll just let them be who they are.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make it overly complicated.
Right.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Blood and guts.
It's got Kelly Knowles in it.
Yep. The one line she improvised, that's complete garbage.
Who runs around in a Christmas sweater?
You know, I don't mind too many things, but when you improvise the word faggot and they leave it in the movie, not good.
Whoa. All right.
You know?
Sure.
Not cool.
She was method, man.
Yeah,
It was method.
If I was a director, I'd be like, fucking cut. No. But they left it in, too.
Fired. Yeah.
But, you know, maybe as Ronnie Yu, he didn't understand the
It was
language.
back in the time. You know? That word meant different things.
2003.
Back then.
Ronnie Yu's just like, what is that word? I like that new word.
Yeah, it is weird, though, because that word, when it shows up like in Lethal Weapon and stuff, you go, wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard, like slang word, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But,
Things were different, you know?
yeah, when Riggs says it. Not in 2003.
I know, I agree. Cool. What's next?
We've been watching shit.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Zach, what'd you watch this week?
Shit. I only watched two things. I rewatched The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Huh.
I have no idea why.
Is that all right?
I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to watch George Clooney act like a psychic.
I remember very little about that movie. Is that movie good?
It's. You know what's funny? So I put it out on Facebook. I was just like, am I the only person who likes this movie? I actually got the most mixed response I've ever gotten. Which is like, oh, I love that movie. Oh, that's so complete garbage. But I think it's quirky and funny, but it's definitely not the best movie ever made. But and it's certainly not the best thing George Clooney's ever had his producing hands on.
I think you have to be in the right mood to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad movie, but you definitely have to be.
You have to be focused on that movie. Oddly enough, isn't that strange? Because if anybody doesn't know the premise of The Men Who Stare at Goats, it's about Ewan McGregor plays a journalist who's covering this special forces in the army that's essentially like Buddhist monks who believe in a thing called the Force. I'm not kidding. It's what it's called in the movie, the Force, and they believe that they have the ability to perform telepathic powers and stuff like that, like so much so like the claim to fame is that they can stop a goat's heart by staring at it intently.
Yeah.
And there's an evil guy, guys, played by Kevin Spacey, naturally, who is trying to overtake the unit and use it for more diabolical purposes. It's an insane movie. I love it though.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I watched this week was Netflix, so I'm waiting desperately. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I did watch a lot of MST3K, but
yeah, me too.
Can't really talk too much about it except that, like, I saw Werewolves again, and I saw Ega, and tonight I'm gonna watch Manos for just to see if it's if it holds up.
It does.
I'm sure it does. But
I forgot how many scenes there are of people driving in that movie.
I know. They pointed out in an article. They were like, we didn't know which films to choose because we didn't want to choose ones like Manos because it's hard to riff even for that film because there's long stretches of nothing happening. But Netflix put out a documentary series called Five Came Back, produced by Steven Spielberg.
Is that out?
Yes, it is.
Oh man, I was looking forward to that.
It came out Friday.
Cool.
So I just crammed through it. And it's a documentary series about 5 film directors who joined the U.S. forces during World War II and did documentary films for the war effort.
I read a whole article about it. It's pretty interesting.
It's really good. Each episode is roughly between an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, so is it like an episode about each guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
They cover. So the way the system is set up is that it's 5 directors on 5 directors. So you have Guillermo del Toro talking about Frank Capra. You have Lawrence Kasdan talking about George Stevens. You have Steven Spielberg talking about William Wyler. And you have Paul Greengrass talking about John Ford.
Cool.
And you have Francis Ford Coppola talking about John Huston. And the stories kind of intermingle because a lot of them actually work together on several projects.
Yeah.
Like the D-Day footage that was shot, like the big D-Day footage that you see like in archives and whatnot was actually shot by Ford and Stevens.
Wow.
And Ford got so distressed that he went on a 3-day bender and was reported belligerent by these superior officers and was told to report back.
Wow.
And he was shipped right back to Washington.
Wow.
Because he just could not handle the intensity of the Battle of D-Day.
Yeah.
And George Stevens, meanwhile, he goes on to film the footage at the liberation of Dachau, and instead of becoming a filmmaker, he then becomes a guy gathering evidence for the trials because his films were the films that they used at Nuremberg.
Wow.
To essentially convict people like Goering and
Hitler.
Not Hitler killed himself. Spoiler alert.
What?
I know it should have been us, right?
Yeah.
We should have traveled back in time and killed that son of a bitch.
Don't you remember Brad Pitt killed him?
No, that was Eli Roth who killed him. Because remember Brad Pitt was...
That's right.
That's true.
But it's a really good documentary series. It's only 3 episodes, so it flies by quickly, but
cool.
They tell really good stories. There's a really great segment on John Huston's documentary Let There Be Light, which is about PTSD in the coming home from war, and that was the inspiration partially for The Master, so I found it fascinating.
Yeah.
That's all I watched this week, guys.
Cool. Now I got to watch a documentary on Netflix.
I know. Hey, they
like I
make
said,
good ones.
Meryl Streep narrates it. Spielberg's in it.
Fuck, I'm not watching it.
No.
What?
Just kidding.
No, like that's why I was won over when I saw the trailer. I was like, Meryl Streep and Steven Spielberg. I'm in.
Yeah, because they're working together. Spoiler alert.
And then Guillermo and man.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg are all going to do a movie together soon, guys.
Nice.
Yep.
Called The Post.
Cool.
James?
Yeah, not a lot. I have also been watching a lot of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and
seems like we're getting ready for something.
I know. It's on Netflix, and it's really easy to watch. Like, and then I rewatched just a couple things. I rewatched Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls.
Nope, that song's not in that movie.
It's just a bunch of crazy guys and dolls.
In this case, watching it, I was like, man, there are a lot of songs in this, though.
Yeah.
Like, because and then I rewatched Some Like It Hot, which is still one of my favorite comedies of all time. And I was thinking about it earlier when you were talking about like things used to be different, and people. There's actually a line in there where Tony Curtis says, "Why would a guy want to marry another guy?"
Yeah. Well, but then the ending where
right? No, it's
like,
great. Like it's so ahead of its time. And
or
yet
the captain doesn't care that he's a dude.
Yeah,
because
he
looks great.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
and that's literally the last line of the movie. Oh, so
that
good.
is a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do you own it on Blu-ray?
Yeah, of course I do.
Nice.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good.
It still gets things on DVD.
There's some shots.
Nobody.
Yeah, there's some scenes and some shots where like the color will change halfway through slightly, or it'll jump or whatever. And there are some scenes where the film's dirty, but the Blu-ray transfer is not bad at all. Like it's pretty good for a pretty old movie.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't think I saw it.
Brad.
Did you guys catch Netflix Live this week?
No.
What is that?
No, what was it though?
I only caught the canceled version of it, which apparently it was an April Fool's joke. But the program was Will Arnett color commentating like a microwave and a toaster, and people doing a thumb wrestling war.
What?
All right.
Wait. So what was it though?
Yeah, what is Netflix Live?
It was an April Fool's joke. Like they aired I didn't see the first episode, and I think from what I gathered watching the second one was that it's just the first one, but they put the word canceled over the whole screen the whole time.
Is it like a joke version of Saturday Night Live?
No, I think it was supposed to be they're pretending it was Netflix streaming live.
Oh, okay.
With Will Arnett doing color commentary for these things, but it's pre-recorded.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, and he's like in a little picture-in-picture frame in the bottom left-hand corner, and then they just have like a full frame of a microwave, and it's just sitting there counting, and he's making funny comments about we're at 30 seconds. What else have you done in your life that's worth like 30 seconds long? Stuff like, and then the toaster. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out all crispy and brown. And then like do a instant replay in slow mo of the toast popping out and the guy like fumbling it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then they'll switch back and forth. And now we'll go back to the microwave. I think it says microwave on the top of it.
So is it gone? Is there no way to watch it anymore?
I haven't checked today, but I didn't finish it.
Oh, you're saying you couldn't hold your attention?
Well, yeah, not against Zelda.
Fair, totally fair.
But I think it said till April 2nd, so I don't know if that meant like it is still on today or it's going to be gone.
Yeah,
already. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
So,
interesting.
But yeah, it was so weird. Like I was scrolling through my Netflix feed, and it said recommendations of things that are canceled, and it just had their program on it.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I watched that, and then I saw Logan again, and that was awesome.
Oh man, I need to go
still
see
got
that
me.
again.
And it was a much better experience since I was at the Alamo this time.
It wasn't me. That wasn't me. He's carrying his lifeless body out. Oh man.
And she turns the cross into an X.
Yeah.
I know. No, really. That part made me really sad. Ah, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
And the last thing I watched was Raw.
Oh.
Oh no! How?
Yeah.
How is that?
I don't know what to make of it. It's either
It's a movie about cannibal lady, right?
no.
Well, it's like she goes to a veterinary school or something, right?
Yeah, you're on the right track.
She gets a rash.
It's like one of three things. It's either just weird and it's weird in French, or
Okay.
it's a sibling rivalry movie.
Wait,
or-
it's about a rivalry?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
Rush 2.
Or it's a really smart meditation on dealing with freshman year of college. Yeah.
Are none of the things you said
Or
were
freshman year of veterinary school, I guess.
none of the things you said were about cannibalism.
That's in it. So the story is this girl goes to veterinary school. They do a hazing for all the new freshman vets, and her whole family's vegetarian, so she won't eat meat. And then progressively, as she gets put through the ringer, like the stress of trying to keep her grades up, like she's a straight A kid and everything.
Sure.
And her teacher gives her shit because he's like, you know, I don't like you being here because you make the other kids feel dumb, and they're the ones that are working really hard, and like you're already great at this stuff, and you're kind of bringing down the class and stuff.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, and then you know, the other students are going through their dorms and tossing all their shit out constantly, making them wear diapers to class, and yeah, I'm so glad I never went to like
diapers to class.
Yeah,
You know, so that you don't have to go to the bathroom while you're learning.
yeah.
I had a friend.
All these weird hazing, like dumping blood on them and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was, I don't know, in my mid-20s, he was having a party, he put on a Depends, and said, I'm just going to drink all night and not go use the restroom. Well, he passed out with a diaper on. He woke up with like huge rash on him.
I have one question. Is there genital mutilation in this movie?
No.
Okay, oh, thank God.
It's actually a lot of the... So it's not as gory as I think the trailer makes you think it is.
Okay.
A lot of what is shocking is in the trailer. There's one thing at the end where the dude's like leg is all chewed up. That's pretty gory. But it's really just her going throughout the year, just turning more and more into a party girl because her sister's there too. She was, I think, a couple years ahead of her.
Sure.
I think she's a senior.
Sure.
So she's in on the hazing and like turning her into this party girl.
And
it's really like coming of age in college against the backdrop of a girl who's suddenly experimenting with cannibalism. At one point,
there it is. All right, we got there.
At one point, her sister is trying to give her Brazilian wax, and she freaks out and kicks her, and her sister cuts off her own finger.
Okay.
And then while she's passed out from the blood, she starts to eat her sister's finger, and then when she wakes up, she gets caught.
Wait.
Yeah.
A lot of the things you just said don't make any sense.
So she's getting Brazilian wax, kicked her sister, and then her sister cut off her finger?
Yeah. Like
with the wax?
It like happens off screen. Like she gets kicked, and then she rises up, and you just have like this horrified look on her face, and then she brings her hand up in frame, and so you're just meant to assume that
you're good.
Yeah.
But what cuts the finger off?
She was gonna like the wax tape got stuck, so she was gonna like scissor the hair instead.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. That's interesting. All right.
Yeah, and then you find out that her sister is also cannibal, and
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like hereditary.
I think so, because there's a reveal at the end that I shouldn't say, I guess, because it's.
Brad, is this movie a vampire movie?
I don't know what to make of it. At some points, it felt like it was a vampire movie or a cannibal movie.
Neon Demon is not a vampire movie. It's a shit movie.
At least you knew where I was going.
Yeah. No, it had at one point it got to, or it's like I was looking at it, thinking this could be a Nicholas Winding Refn movie. Like it's kind of got the same vibe.
So,
but at one point I started just hoping it was over.
Okay.
It got pretty boring towards the end, and I was like, how much longer is this ending going to go on?
As someone
like,
who really hated the trailer but did like Neon Demon, should I see this movie, Brad?
No, I don't think the Neon Demon for me is at least visually interesting. Like even if you don't understand it, it's like
sure
interesting to look at.
Sure.
Raw is just more and more just bland, I guess.
Okay.
Interesting. Like it is kind of subversive, but at the same time, it wasn't interesting.
Yeah.
Like they cut away to sometimes because it's vet school, so they have like really grotesque. Like they cut open a dog,
Sure.
And then at one point, and this is the reffing part, they're just zooming in on this dog on a operating table.
Yeah.
In the room where I think they dispose of the bodies.
Sure.
It's covered up. It's a sheet that you think is probably covering up a person.
Yeah.
And then just all of a sudden, the corner, like a ghost picked it up, just pulls it and like pulls it off the side, and then it reveals the dead dog, and then goes back to the movie.
Oh.
So it's kind of like
there's some magic realism in there, or like some
surrealism in it,
yeah.
And at one point, when she finds out her roommate like has the huge wound in his leg, her sister chewed her cheek off, and so she looks in the mirror, and then it's not there for a second.
Sure.
So I know Henry said it was terrible. I don't think it's terrible. It's just I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah. I just find it funny because like you'll talk about it, and then all of a sudden some cannibalism shit will pop up.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, so they would talk about, there's some stuff about dissecting dogs. And then her sister eats half her face off. And you're like, what? Whoa.
Sounds like a French movie to me.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's either a weird French movie or it's like a really smart meditation on being a freshman in college.
It sounds like it's a weird French movie.
Yeah.
French.
Interesting. Yeah, all right. I think I will stay home.
Yeah, I was watching it as I knew James and Ryan aren't going to see this. And probably shouldn't,
And probably shouldn't.
Their minds are made up, and they're probably right.
I don't know if it's streaming for free on Netflix. I might watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looked interesting enough where it's like a curiosity watch.
Yeah.
The trailer makes it way more interesting than it actually is.
Ugh.
Like it almost seems like it's a zombie thing. Like there's an infection going on.
Yeah,
But
because there's that part where she's like, these sheets are giving me rashes.
No, the rashes are because she eats like some spoiled food from the hazing.
Oh, sure.
So she just has an allergic reaction to it, and then it's over.
Oh.
Like her skin peels and everything. But the doctor explains,
Disappointing.
you're fine. You'll
All right.
Yeah, just wait a few days, drink water, you'll be fine.
I'm good. Is that it?
Yep, that's it for me.
Cool.
I watched RoboCop 2 this week.
Nice.
The Scream Factory, and it's actually better than I remember it. I don't think it's actually a bad movie.
That's what I said.
I like RoboCop 2.
It's
liked it.
it's interesting, Murph going through, the withdrawals of being what he is, and still has feelings for his wife, and realizing that if his wife thought that he remembered her, that it'd be more difficult for her, and you're right. Like on the Blu-ray, I didn't notice it had like blues and greens and purples on his armor.
No.
And it's just really, it's way better than I remembered it. I haven't watched RoboCop 3 yet, but I don't know if that one's going to be way better than I remember it, but who knows?
Yeah. It's more interesting to watch, what's his name, apologize for the movie.
Decker?
Yeah, Fred Decker. But yeah, RoboCop 2.
And the special features are, the RoboFight's fun. The special features are really good on it. I mean, if you want to get one of them, I would get RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the picture looks great. The special features are pretty awesome on it. Mm-hmm. And it's not that bad of a movie. So,
yeah.
I didn't remember too much of it, but, it's still pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You get into it right away at the beginning where, the police are nowhere around. And then RoboCop shows up and just starts wasting people.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And I think it's pretty clever to use, like, kids as bad guys or...
Oh, that kid creeped the hell out of me when I was young.
Well, because it's interesting because, he won't hurt him. And if the bad guys know that, then they kind of use him as, vessels. And I think so it's a pretty fun movie.
Yeah. And it's amazing. It's, I think, almost twice as long as the original, but it doesn't feel like it.
No. It moves by really fast.
At least a third longer or something. It's long.
Yeah, it's 2 hours at least. But yeah, it moves by quick. I love 80s action movies anyway, so they're pretty fun.
Yeah.
I rewatched They Came Together, and that movie cracks me up every time I watch it. And so I've been on this like Michael Showalter, David Wayne kind of, and I even rewatched American Summer just because I love like Michael Ian Black because he's never like a big character and stuff, but he's always like a douchebag. Well, I mean, he's not in Wet Hot American Summer, but like in this, where he's just
This is
like
the one where he jumps out the window, right?
well.
This is the one where he has sex with Kobe Smulders in the background.
Yeah, in the background where Paul Rudd comes home. He's like, I'm ready to pop the question.
Yeah.
And
oh, no, Jason Mantzoukas jumps out the window.
Yeah, because he throws him a football.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said, yeah, I just thought he was just a skis ball that came into my office and took condoms out of the jar, but he really had sex with my girlfriend. And I think it's a movie that might be too smart for some people. That sounds stupid saying it, because of how like goofy the comedy is, but it skewers so many romantic comedies and does it in such a way that's really clever, even in things where it might start getting on your nerves, where Paul Rudd goes to this bar and he's like, the bartender says, you all right? He's like, tell me about it. Well, you came in here, sat down and had a couple drinks and you've been quiet ever since. You can say that again. Well, you came in here looking sad, and it goes on for like 2 minutes of them just repeating this over and over.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to them at dinner, and they're like, dude, we get it. It's a funny movie.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely think it's like kind of ahead of its time.
Yeah.
If you can say that for a movie from 2011 or 2012. But, yeah, I just love it. And, you know, I think I was going to say Leslie Knope. Amy Poehler. She's great.
Yeah, she is.
She's always really funny in her stuff. But, you know, for some reason, I'm never, like, interested in seeing her, like, movies with Tina Fey. Like Sisters or...
No, because they look like garbage.
Baby Mama.
Baby Mama. But my older brother loves Amy Poehler, and I think he has, like, this crush on her.
Yeah.
Because when I was telling him that, I said, yeah, I finished Parks and Rec. He's like, oh, I just love Leslie Knope. And it's like, really? That's the character you... Yeah, he didn't say, like, Tom Halliford or... I'm like,
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that movie was lots of fun. I watched the Wishmaster Collection, which is...
How many of those are there?
There's 4.
How many of them are good?
1.5. Ironically, the first
Is the first one 150% good?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first one's cool because it's directed by Robert Kurtzman. If you know anything about horror special effects, he's part of K and B.
Is he the K?
He is, and he still does. He does lots of horror stuff. Still, he obviously does Walking Dead now. But yeah, so it's literally a story about a djinn who lives in this jewel. And I talked about it last week. It's like a monkey paw thing where it's like, I want all the money in the world. He's like, you want all the money in the world? And he does something where they have to, it's like backfires on
And
him.
then they just get crushed with gold.
Yeah. I mean.
Or like the economy crashes because no one has money.
Yeah. It's not that, like, smart. But but still, like, the creature looks really cool in it. The second one's not very good. The third one's not very good. The fourth one's actually has some pretty cool effects in it.
Oh, okay.
So half of it's good. So the first one, if you like that kind of film, is pretty fun, and then the fourth one is all right.
Where does the Wishmaster live?
He lives in a jewel.
Oh, okay. So like you get a jewel and then you like rub it.
Yeah. So there's like, I mean, just give you an example. In the first one, there's this homeless guy who gets kicked out of this convenience store by Reggie Bannister, who is in Phantasm, and he's a pharmacist, and so he's walking down the street and the djinn's there. And he's like, I hope that guy dies. He says, is that what you wish for it to happen or something? And then he gives him like cancer or something and he dies. But like some cancer that makes him like vomit and have blisters all over his face. I don't know what kind of cancer that is, but the djinn gave it to him.
That's called the plague.
But yeah, he's a cool character. And the Vestron series has really cool special features. I mean, anytime you get directors to do commentaries on the Wishmaster,
that's pretty good.
You're doing a pretty good job on it.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, the second, third one only have commentaries. The first one has tons of special features, and the fourth one has a making of too.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you're like, I want to spend $37 on 4 B movies, but I went back and I looked, and the first Wishmaster I think cost $4 million to make. It made like $20 million at the box office. So I mean, that's pretty big return on a small investment.
Yeah.
They clearly had an audience.
Yeah, produced by Wes Craven, so, I mean, and it has, like, lots of horror people in it.
Oh,
it's
cool.
kind of like, you know, hey, if you're in a horror movie and you want to get killed by a djinn.
Kazam is for you.
Yes. Oh, that'd be sweet if you fought Shaq. Wishmaster 5. Djinn versus Kazam.
Kazam just shows up rapping.
Yeah.
And then
That would be sweet.
I wish I was the best rapper ever.
Hello, Hollywood. Pick up the phone. I know you're there.
I watched The House on Sorority Row, which was remade in.
Is that kind of like Sorority Row?
Yeah, it was remade in 27.
Oh, okay.
As Sorority Row,
But without a house.
There's still a house, but negative marks for the 1983 version. No Carrie Fisher. No dude killing people with a tire iron. He's killing them with like this cane that the house. What do they call the lady who's in charge of the sororities? The house mom. Does that sound right?
Sure.
No. Sorority master.
Sorority master. Mistress.
Mistress.
So he kills people with like this. Oh, am I supposed to say it's a he? There's a shocking twist ending.
It's a guy.
Yes. And so he kills people with it. And,
Spoiler alert, it's a dude.
Sometimes like 80s slashers, I'm like, I forgive him, but this one was
not great.
Not
was
that
it a
great.
Scream Factory release?
No, this was a Amazon Prime free download that I would watch at 4 a.m. when I had nothing else to do.
Always a sign of quality. Yeah.
But it has a really pretty big following. I think there is a special edition of it somewhere.
There's gotta be.
That's limited, like super limited. And
Wait, what year did you say it was made?
83.
Oh, okay.
I remember when the remake came out and because I used to do theater checks at Regal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go in there. That thing was fucking packed the first 2 days.
Well, no, I mean
and then the dips, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean the remake isn't that bad. I mean, it's not great, but
Yeah. I always just thought it was silly because of the weapon that it uses.
Yeah, it is
The
silly.
fucking tire iron of knives.
I mean, it's effective.
Gets the job done.
So it was all right. I mean, I like my 80s horror films and slashers.
Yeah.
It was all right. I mean, is it any Friday 13th? No. Is it better than Friday 13th Part 5? Yes.
All right. Is that the porn one?
Those
Yes.
things are, Ryan.
There are some people that defend that movie like staunchly. Like it's one of the best Fridays. And
Can I meet them and kick them in the
I
nuts?
know. I'm like, you guys don't know good movies.
Ugh.
And I put down Slash of the Titans because I don't know, I'm like 40 pages into it, and the next chapter is an interview with Adam Marcus. I'm like, oh, great. Now I have to put up
through this.
Just tear those pages out.
Well, because
fire.
I should. I think I've said it before on the podcast. My biggest problem with Adam Marcus is he blames Friday the 13th fans for his movie not being successful.
Always a good excuse.
And he says, and there's an interesting quote. I think it's in Crystal Lake Memories where Sean Cunningham says, Adam told me that the last thing people want to see is Jason stalking around a camp and killing teenagers. And of course, that's the thing they only wanted to see. So yeah, it's Anyway, so House on Sorority Row, whatever.
You don't like it, it's your problem.
Yeah. They're stupid because they don't get my vision of body jumping. What? And the last thing I watched was The Devil Wears Prada, which I'm continuing my Emily Blunt-a-thon.
Come on, just admit it. Just admit it, Ryan.
No, I'm not going to admit that it's a great movie.
I didn't say great. It's a good movie. It's a nice, fun, good movie.
It's fun.
It number 9 of 2006, as according to James.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Again, my biggest problem with it is, look at how dumpy Anne Hathaway looks. Ooh, I can't believe she needs to really clean up.
Totally fair.
And I'm like, wait, what? She's really pretty. And her cleaning up as she just wears like fancy clothes. And then Meryl Streep starts noticing her.
The whole trailer is predicated on calling her fat when she's clearly not.
I know.
fat.
Because she's a size 6. You're like, is that fat?
Well, that's part of the point. It's not really fat, but to those
That
people,
must
it
make
is.
me super fat.
But Emily Blunt's really great in it.
Great.
She plays assistant number 1, and Anne Hathaway is number 2, where she has to put away Meryl Streep's coat and do all her stupid errands. And
she gets usurped.
Yes, and Anne Hathaway ends up working so hard, I even forget her character's name, that Emily Blunt isn't going to go to like the Paris fashion show because she was sick one time.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just to prove how mean Meryl Streep's character is.
Yeah.
But, whatever. The movie's all right. It's not,
good. It's a good. It's a.
You know,
good
I think
movie.
I hated it 10 years ago because.
Oh, you had already seen it.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend loved it, and I hated my
Oh.
ex-girlfriend so much.
Yeah.
That well, hate's a strong word. Did not care for her very much.
Killed.
Yes. Why do you think I watch so many horror films?
Ideas.
Yes.
Suggestions.
Hate's a strong word.
But it's
I killed
definitely
her.
not as terrible as I remember it.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just had a problem with, look how stupid and fat Anne Hathaway is. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
You know. You gotta give it a little bit, right? She's all that. Rachel A. Cook, not unattractive.
Well, that's why it's a great joke and not another teen movie where she
Agreed.
takes off her glasses and overalls.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt's really great in it, and
Yes.
she's really pretty.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci's good in it.
Oh, so good. Yeah, that movie's fun. Cool.
Yep.
Anything
That's
else?
what I watched this week. That's it. This week on Real Nerds Podcast, we saw The Ghost in the Shell, or is it Ghost in the Shell?
It's just Ghost. There's
Ghost
no
in
the.
the Shell with a triangle.
Yeah. Ghost in the Triangle.
Zach, should people go see Ghost in the Shell?
I don't know anything about this prior anime, so I walked in expecting a train wreck. Actually, walked out very entertained. So I don't know. I guess go ahead. I know that's not a ringing endorsement, like a yes or no, but like there's some stuff that's really confusing. Like the beginning of the film is really slow, but then it picks up halfway through, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm totally down with this whole idea, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, if you're a fan of the anime, I guess you're not gonna like this. I guess because from what I've heard, it's completely different. But if you're in the mood for a fun action movie where Scarlett Johansson looks like she's naked but she's not really naked, then you might want to enjoy that. So yeah, go spend $6 for a matinee. Don't spend the full 11. It's not worth your full 11.
James?
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna agree. So I am not in love with it, but I had a pretty good time. When the movie is sort of slow or not that interesting, or the main character is dull, it kind of doesn't matter because everything's real pretty to look at. And that's not a joke about Scarlett Johansson almost naked. That's just in general, like the world itself is pretty to look at. And yeah, by the time it was done, like I was like, oh, this is a kind of cool sci-fi story thing. It's the kind of movie where if they made a sequel where Scarlett Johansson was a crazy future spy soldier person and she was fighting dudes, and there was more Matrix stuff in it, like I would totally be excited about that movie. So, yeah, I would agree. Like, yeah, go get a matinee. I think it's worth checking out.
Brad, as a fan of the anime, should people go see Ghost in the Shell?
If you've watched the original anime and thought, man, this would be better if they put the story from RoboCop in it instead, then yes, this is the movie for you.
I think we could.
That change aside, it was very pretty to look at. So I think if you were a fan of the original, I think you'll be disappointed. But I never fully understood the original one anyway, so it's not like a big loss to me. And there's manga and there's the two anime the shows on Adult Swim, so the mythology has expanded quite a bit since I watched the original. So this may be an amalgamation of a lot of different things, but if you're not familiar with Ghost in the Shell, if you go in cold, I think you might enjoy it. Like these two appreciated it, yeah, because it is pretty to look at. It's just the story's a little. And I swear to God, if I hear one more movie where someone says like "don't breathe" after like a panic attack, or breathe, not "don't breathe," that's a movie. It's just like a cliche that I'm done with.
I'm tired of people trying to help.
Yeah, you can just be silent. Like it just reeks of one of those directed things of we can't have silence here. Just have someone say something. Yeah, because audiences will tune out. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I think it's a pretty fun movie. I've seen the anime. I don't remember it well enough to pass judgment saying, what's right or what's wrong with it. But actually I thought Scarlett Johansson was pretty interesting, her choices in it. Mm-hmm. I think she was purposely acting non-emote.
Agreed. Yeah. It just makes her hard to relate to.
No, I agree. Because at the beginning too, where how she walked, like, did she always walk like that?
Yeah, sometimes.
But then I started getting into her character more, and it took you a little bit to catch up to the character of Major. And I mean, the thing with Scarlett Johansson is I think she's very good at carrying movies, whether they're action or drama or comedy. I think she's a great actress. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the movie's pretty. Sometimes I don't think the plot was well told to the audience very well at some points. Some of the rules in the world were a little hard to follow. But overall, I mean, the movie looked great. She looks great. Like she has like the best ass. Yeah, so here's a trailer for Ghost in the Shell.
I have been watching you. You have to remember.
I saw someone down there. He wasn't human.
He's a known terrorist, and he's killed again.
They didn't just kill them. They hacked into their minds.
He's everywhere and nowhere.
I will find him. And I will kill him.
You never talk about your past.
I don't remember much. Just fragments.
There was an attack.
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Everything they told you was a lie. You had a family. Remember that.
But I...
What a beauty you are.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
How many were there before me?
She was supposed to have a clean brain. I order you to terminate.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
It's funny you bring up the rules thing. I only now realize that I have very little understanding of like I think I understand the Hansa and the Prime Minister and then also that Asian dude. Like I think I get that, but I only kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like, and it took till the end. Like that was the thing that was most confusing. But yeah.
You know, this film reminded me of in a really weird way, and I was telling Brad about this as I got out. Was V for Vendetta, not the graphic novel, but the movie. Like for some, like the rules are there, they're explained, they're a little convoluted, but you walk out of it going like, I got the general gist of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like wondering like, well, who's the guy who says like better not send a rabbit to kill a fox? Like the lines and the roles are clearly defined. It's just that they also they jumble it up with some kind of useless dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just told in a out of order sort of. But,
yeah. So I wasn't like I think that halfway through I got a little bit bored because I was just like they're not really moving anything forward. Everybody's still kind of wondering who's doing what to who.
It was interesting because at one point I actually had the opposite feeling of like, holy shit, like she 20 minutes in is like, I know where the bad guy is, and I was like, oh, okay, this movie's only 40 minutes long. But of course there's plenty more establishing shots of future world.
Mm-hmm.
But
where sumo guys are bowing.
Yes. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was pretty interesting. I think the story. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about it until right now, but it totally is RoboCop. But I actually liked that part of it a lot. Like the actual story that they tell is one that I think is done pretty well and raises some good questions. And you guys had at least given me a little bit of a heads up of like, oh, it's a movie where people are robots, and the questions are about like, well, at what point are you not human anymore, and that kind of stuff. And I think there's some good little.
No, I think so too, and I can't remember. Does the anime deal with a lot of like hacking and stuff?
That's all it is.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with like finding out who you were before you became
that's
RoboCop.
what I thought. Like
it was just everyone is comfortable in this world of having cybernetic implants. Like Bato, he already has his eyes in the original one, or his new eyes, and so people are just comfortable having enhancements. But their danger is people hacking the network and
That's right.
controlling people to do nefarious things against their will.
Which is an awesome idea.
And then replacing, like possibly even wiping your memory so much that you have a completely new identity and you don't even realize it.
Well,
which they explored in that one scene, which was really interesting.
Yeah. So in the cartoon, sorry, Ryan, in the cartoon, is she like the only person who's basically all robot, or is she just also cybernetic? Because I think everybody in this world is for the most part okay with cybernetic implants. It's just that she's different because she's a brain in a box.
Yeah, they don't like in the original. The movie just starts out like this one did in the credit sequence of a model of her being made, but we don't know why.
Okay.
Or at least I never got an explanation that it had a purpose. It's just this, like she could have been injured she's a major, so she's been in the police force for a while.
Gotcha.
So she might have had an injury and they put her in there, or she may have elected because she wanted to have the invisibility suit and connections to the database and stuff. So she might have elected to have a procedure where she could become like a super cop. So we don't know. They don't explain it. She just is.
But it's at least not part of the plot. So I mean, that's what this movie is about.
Right.
So that's pretty radically
tracking
different.
down her identity. Yeah. And the whole Kusei, like that's an amalgamation of the villain, which is this virus, and also this one robot that gets inhabited by it. And I forget what it's. I think it's trying to do the same thing of trying to bring down, like the tech corporation or the government. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then the boss beat Takeshi Takano, I think it is.
The Fox guy.
Yeah,
with the gun.
The Fox guy with the gun. He's really he's their boss, but he's more of behind the desk the whole time. So he never goes out in the field, but he might in the anime or the
show.
in the TV series. He might take on a larger role. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it. But in this movie, it felt like the director was a fan of that guy from Hong Kong films or Japanese films, and was like, he probably said, I'm not going to do your movie unless I do more than sit behind a desk. It's like, okay, we'll give you a gun and you can,
we're going to give you this pretty cool scene with a briefcase.
Because he's in like in big gangster films in Japan, so like that's what he's known for. So it'd be weird to have him like just sit behind a desk for a bunch of shots, which he does a lot. But
I mean, the world is really well set up. I think it, without explaining too much of it, and I mean, some of the scenes are pretty great. The scene where she's chasing that dude down and they end up in the water and stuff.
Yeah. That's all stuff. Visually, there's a lot of stuff aped from the original.
Yeah.
Like that scene, the end where she covers her eyes. Yeah,
I mean, it's just cool, too, that... I think it's...
Thing.
Yeah, when she rips the spider and it's, like, ripping her apart, too.
Yeah. That was super anime.
Which I think is better looking in the actual... anime.
Yeah,
like it's visually, like obviously they can do more and this is more realistic, but it's like artistically it comes off better in the anime.
I did really like the scene where she goes, getting into spoilers here, where she goes and meets her mom.
That's great.
And it's like the dialogue there is a little bit awkward just from the mom. Like I would have rather that scene was 2 minutes longer and felt a bit more natural, but that scene and the idea of what's happening in that scene is so cool. And it was also a pretty shocking moment because, so I'll give myself 90 seconds to talk about race in this movie. While I disagree with the people who are like super pissed off and want to boycott this movie for whitewashing, because I think that the problem of racism against Asian people in Hollywood is way worse and is the actual conversation to be had. I actually think that this movie is very self-aware of the racial stuff that's going on, especially considering that the story of this movie is that the government is kidnapping minorities and turning them into programmable white people. And like in that scene when you realize like, oh, like this is not, they definitely knew that they did this. And so the fact that there is actually something going on there, I think, to me makes this, like, to those people who are really pissed, you should just see this movie because it's actually saying something kind of interesting there. So anyway, but I thought it was really cool just because, like, here's this moment where this woman is meeting her daughter but also has no way of knowing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was just a really cool dynamic there that I thought was really interesting. So This movie also really made me want to go watch Blade Runner again.
Yeah, it did. It did have. And I was thinking when I was watching, I said, "Man, if Blade Runner didn't exist, this world would not exist."
No. Oh no. Yeah. It's so cool. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the scenes where Scarlett Johansson does action, I think she's so good at.
Yeah.
She has a way of moving her body that's really suits well for action. I mean, that
slide.
Yeah, the slide and like the
slide,
shooting,
man.
and
I just wanted more of it.
Yeah,
Like, that's the only thing I would say is it.
Probably my biggest complaint about it is I think the action scenes need to be a little bigger and a little more of them.
I would also say, I actually was thinking this during the movie, I wanted them to be more violent and more gory.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially in this world where a lot of people are really like, where they're robots and stuff. I wanted some John Wick action in this.
Yeah.
Where, like, I wanted her to rip off people's, like, cybernetic arms and cybernetic jaws and, like, and then when people like
There was
Ulet.
that bar scene.
Oh yeah, well yes,
That
but
dude already had his jaw ripped out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the implant.
But I wanted like Bato to like grab that guy and rip his jaw off, and so just stuff like that. Just because it would add some sort of grittiness to this, to what they're trying to make a really gritty world. Until the end, the whole movie takes place at night.
Mm-hmm.
And even like when Ulet, who we kind of like, who we like, gets shot, it's not quite gruesome enough. Like I end up like my heart gets dropped out of it. Like
Do you read the Hollywood Reporter? It's like
No.
they wrote a whole article about that.
Oh, about how like the movie needed to be more violent.
Yeah, because they were talking about stuff like Logan and John Wick.
Yeah.
Where there is room for rated R action movies, and they're
Yeah.
thinking that maybe the PG-13 in this one actually held it back.
I would totally think so. Because some of the coolest parts of the movie to me are at the end when these two robot people are getting fucking wrecked, and it's kind of brutal and interesting, where she's like losing a limb and he doesn't have any legs left, and it makes war and violence feel really gritty and real. I don't watch John Wick because I'm like, oh, it's so much fun to see somebody get killed by a pencil. I watch it because it feels fucking violent and terrible, and like that you get that reaction that you get so desensitized to PG-13 violence that here it's just like, oh yeah, they're robot people.
I could have gone either way with it. Like, I mean,
Yeah?
it would have been. Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't the first Ghost in the Shell PG-13. Like, I don't know much about it, but
I would
I think
assume
it
there's
was.
lots of like
Was it?
nipple in that.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it was R. I'll look it up.
I don't know. Like, it's just like it didn't detract anything for me personally.
Yeah.
I mean, would it
maybe
have been cool? Absolutely.
Well, I think
If it was R, it would be because of the nudity.
Yeah. Well, the thing with I think I agree with James because there's something like missing from it being visceral.
Yeah.
Where I mean the moves look cool and she does cool things, but it's always just like Logan. It's where Logan they actually show it, and then you didn't realize you missed that from a Wolverine movie until
Right.
you saw it in Logan.
Yeah.
Where and this movie earns it. I mean, it's a violent world.
Yeah.
So
And there's
officially it's not rated.
Oh. There's also a weird opportunity when you have stuff like I do think, but they do it off screen. The woman in the lab, like in the tech lab or whatever, like basically the coroner who has the funny eye goggle things.
Yeah.
And he shows up and basically crushes the eyes out of her head. Like that's creepy and cool. Like you have this weird opportunity when people have these bionic parts to hurt them in particularly like gruesome kind of ways that give you this insight into like, no, like if half your head is a robot, you can have half your head wrecked and like still be alive, and like, and there's just this twisted angle to it that I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've seen it in other things that.
Like I said, it didn't take any.
Yeah.
Like whatever value this film has, like isn't taken away by the fact that
Sure.
there's no robot gore.
I think that's fair.
Although, maybe they got an unrated director's cut. We don't know.
It seems there's a lot of weird cuts in it.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, it does feel that way.
To tone down, maybe not necessarily gore, but the level of violence.
Yeah.
It seems like there's some weird cuts in the action, but again, it could just be.
I would love a sequel to this. I will say that. Like, I think the world is really cool. I think the characters are fun.
I don't think it's going to. It's so underperformed.
I know.
And it ruined my freaking fantasy movie league.
No,
Because I was like, there's no way. I mean, people have to be smarter when they see trailers of Boss Baby. They have to say this looks stupid. They're not going to go see it. And I was wrong.
But guys, it's a baby who's a CEO, and he's out to stop puppies.
This is actually the first week where I didn't vote with my heart. I voted with my head a little bit, and because normally I would be like, no, I'm not voting. I know Boss Baby's going to make a lot of money. I'm not voting for that shit. I want a rival. Can I still vote for a rival? But yeah, no, it's too bad because I do think that I don't know if it's the marketing or the word of mouth, but yeah, it's not going to do well enough for them to make another one, and that's fine. I will probably buy this movie and enjoy watching it multiple times.
Yeah, but too, you're in trouble. I'll never forget. I forget what movie I was watching. It must have been the Lego Batman movie, and they had that Boss Baby trailer before it. And people were like really laughing at it. I should have known better. I was like, it's appealing to somebody.
If it makes you feel any better,
Dum-dums.
the popular graph was only 50. Like, so most people chose a combination that valued to about 54 million. So the perfect is 140. So a lot of people didn't do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not enough to catch fucking Joe.
I know, fucking Joe.
Fuck you, Joe.
Fuck him in his stupid ass.
Here's a new segment called "Fuck You, Joe."
Sounds good to me. But yeah, it's so yeah. I think this
is the award a dick?
No, nerdy.
Yeah, I mean, I hope maybe they will. If it makes enough internationally, they might make another one. Because I think Scarlett Johansson's a big enough star where, you could probably maybe they're like, oh, maybe we need to make the second one rated R.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And visually, I think it's awesome. You should look up on Tesla.com or on their YouTube page. Adam Savage went to Weta Workshop and does a little video about the geisha dolls at the beginning that Weta made are animatronic. They're actually made out of their heads are made out of porcelain and they're worn by people. So it's this animatronic mask that people are wearing, and they actually pop open and shit like that. And
awesome.
Man, they look so cool.
Well, I mean, even her suit, it looks great because she has a great body, but it's really cool if you look at it. It has lots of pieces, and it's always has stuff moving on it.
Yeah, and that thing is real too. That's this latex suit thing that they had printed. Or it's not actually latex, but. No, it's awesome. The actual production design on this movie is beautiful.
And I mean, if you really want to see Scarlett Johansson naked, see Under the Skin. She's naked half the movie in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I own that. I still haven't watched it.
You haven't? I think
I know.
I think it's a great movie.
I keep hearing that it's really interesting. I just haven't gotten around to it. So
it's one of my favorites.
Cool.
Next week, I don't know what we're seeing.
Is next week Smurfs?
Next week is Smurfs. What did we say we were going to see instead?
Life.
Maybe going in
Life.
style.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can see Life.
Oh, he's going in style out.
Raw, but,
I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, but maybe
if Going in Style was out, I would see that.
Yeah.
Is Life still in theaters?
Yeah. Dan went and saw it yesterday. He said the first half was pretty fun.
All right.
So we will find something other than Smurfs because we openly made fun of the sequels to Smurfs in our pod show. So I don't feel like I want to see one of those.
Is the film club next week Actor Martinez or Tony Erdmann?
Tony Erdmann.
This week is Tony Erdmann. Next week is Actor Martinez.
Yeah.
You guys go see Tony Erdmann?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Where's it playing at?
Alamo.
Yeah, Alamo. But for one day, right? It's one showing.
You have one chance to see it. Which
I
I think you're
probably
working.
sold out.
I'm really excited. So starting June 2nd, my schedule will be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh.
Or 7 to 5.
Cool. So you'll have evenings.
Yeah.
Neat.
So
you'll have Friday night.
We can do it Fridays. I can see movies with you again.
What?
I know. It's funny because, since I'm low man on the totem pole, when you get into my profession, you have to bid on shifts. So the senior people will always bid on the best shifts.
Sure.
We promoted 2 patrolmen to detective. So what that happens is they're kind of supervisors of the patrol officers.
Sure.
So they have to work during the day because they also have to do interviews and all this other stuff. What's great is if I have this really big case, I'm like, oh, here's all this stuff, and I give it to them, and I don't do it anymore. So they have to work. They have an A side and a B side, so they'll work. I think it's 8 to 6, so that covers 2 shifts.
Sure.
And then we hire 2 guys, so I'm ahead of them.
Yeah.
So that means there's only 2 guys ahead of me on patrol, and one of them's going to stay on the 5 to 3 a.m. shift, so 5 p to 3 a. And
have you done any like, twirling up a towel and whipping him in the locker room?
Not yet.
Paddleboarding, little paddleboarding.
We do have a guy who goes around making noises. So
whoa, wait, like Police Academy
Yes.
style, or like weird twitches and like maybe don't give him a gun noises.
No, I wish it was really like Police Academy. We'd have that really like big boob blonde and
Hightower,
yeah,
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Oh man, if Bobcat was there, that'd be great. But it's like modern Bobcat, where he just wants to direct movie. Like you just got a guy there who wants to direct movies about Sasquatch.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually think I'll have first choice because the other guy, he works overnights so he can take his kids to school.
Yeah,
and so I don't think he's going to change his overnights.
Awesome.
So
I'm going to one up you and say
No
that
shift.
I have all days off from now on because I got laid off. So.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so I'll see a movie whenever until I find a new job.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
You'll find a job. You're talented.
I got fired
handsome.
a year ago yesterday, and I'm not dead. So somehow
you
it works.
infected me.
somehow it works out, man.
You're not dead.
I'm not dead.
Outside?
I'm cool.
Well, just remember, Brad, if I ever win Powerball, you always have a job.
Excellent. Yeah, we're going to make that feature.
It's gonna
clean in
happen.
your basement.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday the 13th is happening with Brad directing if I win
Yeah.
Powerball.
How much of
If
how
they
much
sue,
of
it would be 13 the Friday. So just flip it. But on the plus side, I have plenty of time to notate the episodes for the episode 300.
Yeah, I'm doing the. I should send it to you. I'm listening to all our interviews.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have them on my iPad. I'll send them to you.
Cool.
Through iBooks. That's what you can do if you have iPads.
Oh,
Why would I want to?
Because they're cool phones.
I was helping someone try to get something like send a PDF from their iPad to their computer, and it was saved in iBooks, and it was next to impossible. It was so
Really?
terrible.
You just hit this button. It's like a square and has an arrow going up.
No, it didn't. That didn't have that as an option.
Yeah, it does.
I was there for a while. No, it was
Yeah.
terrible.
I'll show you. It's easy.
It was awful.
You're awful. So next week, Smurfs: Quest for the Hidden Village.
Do you actually want to see that?
No.
If you want to see Smurfs, I'll go see Smurfs.
I don't want to see Smurfs. Have you seen the trailers for it?
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's bad.
Does this one have Katy Perry in it?
I don't know. I don't care about that.
I don't think it does. It's probably got like.
She's pretty.
At least Gargamel looks like Gargamel and not Hank Azaria in a wig.
Who will they have? I bet they replaced her with like Bella Thorne or some shit like that.
Who's Bella Thorne?
She's some actress. I don't know. She has a Twitter following. I don't even think she's been in a movie.
Apparently, James knows enough about her.
Yeah,
to know her
James.
name.
I don't know, man.
James is just
I
at home
pick up weird
watching
shit.
Twitter. Just
Yeah.
Who's popular?
I do.
And how do I mimic them? Bella Thorne. Why do you have so many followers and I don't?
It's like evil Kermit in Muppets Most Wanted. He's just watching video clips and trying to imitate their voice. Hi ho, everybody!
What else am I gonna do at home?
Oh.
All right, cool.
Have a
Demi
nice
Lovato
day.
is Smurfette.
I
Who
like
is
her.
that?
Some girl.
She's
probably like a Disney
I think she
person.
was Disney
Oh, really?
person,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No,
yeah.
that's her God-given name, some girl.
Some girl.
I like her. She's kind of fun in interviews.
Oh,
Rainn,
okay.
Rainn Wilson's Gargamel.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Ellie Kemper's Smurf Blossom.
Wait,
What?
what? Is that a flower?
Julia Roberts is Smurf Willow.
What?
There's more. There's
Why are there so
female
many
Smurfs in
girls?
this.
Wait, who's Julia Roberts?
Joe Manganiello's Hefty.
All right. Hefty Smurf.
Yeah, Mandy Patinkin's Papa Smurf.
Yeah, he is.
There's so many stories about Mandy
beat
Patinkin being an
from
asshole.
Homeland.
Yeah. Well, Mandy
Gordon
Patinkin has
Ramsay's
said
in it.
openly he used to be one.
Who's
Like,
else is in it?
Gordon Ramsay's Baker Smurf.
Sweet.
wow. Baker Smurf.
Wow.
He gets high a lot.
That's baked Smurf.
We watch MasterChef Junior. I cry every episode because it's like they have to eliminate kids.
Yeah.
And the nice thing they do on this is they never. So in MasterChef,
And they're like, you'll never grow up to be anything.
yeah, in MasterChef it's adults, and they're like, the worst meal of the day is Michael. Your meal was terrible.
Yeah.
Here they always pick the two that didn't do as well, and
And then they make them fight.
no, then they'll always say. They'll say it's like the other kids, like, who do you think these guys are great cooks? And they all raise their hands, they go run and hug them and stuff, and
Aww.
it's mean because they're like getting rid of these kids, and all these kids are really cute, There's this one girl, her name's Sydney on it. She just makes me, she's like the cutest little girl ever. She was like cooking this creme brulee, and they have, the interstitials in them. And she's like, I've never cooked it before, and I'm just hoping Gordon likes it. And it's like the funniest little girl ever. You have to watch it. It's cute. It's a fun show. Bye.
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 Fucking awful. Real Nerds is a Nebulous Visions multimedia production. We would also like to thank Sparks Mandrill for our music. Additional music from Ben Sounds. Thank you to Alamo Drafthouse. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics. And thank you for listening to the Real Nerds podcast.
I was reading, there's already like 10-star reviews for Smurfs.
They actually had a preview of
Fantastic.
it. I saw it.
Truly perfect.
Truly perfect.
So
Truly perfect.
So as a Smurf collector and fan, everyone assumes I will be biased.
Whoa! Yes. Yeah,
Wait,
I
there's
do.
such thing as Smurf collectors?
Yeah. Gargamel.
But having watched Smurfs in Smurfs 2 and only felt that they were okay, the Smurfs, The Lost Village, is in a completely different league! !
Wow.
The animation is fantastic, glossy, and so detailed without the characters
Glossy.
seeming too perfect or losing their Smurfy appeal.
So you think Sony goes in and like, hey, you get on IMDb and you fucking review the shit out of this movie or you're fired. And you better send me your review by the end of the day. And if you don't send me your review, don't think about coming into work tomorrow.
I have an idea.
Get on there, C-Lord.
Instead of next week seeing Life, it's just us reviewing the reviews of
Yeah.
My 5-year-old son was in awe and visibly absorbed into the journey, and it held his attention for the duration. He giggled, laughed, was scared, even had tears at one point. A perfect response to a great movie.
Because I stole his ice cream.
Even my husband, definitely not a Smurf fan, chuckled throughout and admitted enjoyment. Highly recommending this film for families and individuals alike. It will not disappoint.
Wow.
Well done, Sony Productions. Another one, please.
Well done, Sony Productions.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Clearly, that's someone who loves how this get made and tried to put a review.
Yeah, I was just going to say, somebody's trying to get their second opinion out
Yeah.
there. He even cried a little. Mom, why are you making me do this?